what's up? What's up, my true tellers? How are you guys doing? Welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk. Guys, look, I went ahead and got my own self off my live, was trying to open up some stuff, and for some reason went ahead and kicked off. So, guys, welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk. As you can see right here, we're going to go ahead and change it up a little bit. Yes, indeed, I am so sick and tired of talking about this one reality show. So, we're going to go ahead and switch it up. And talk about some stuff that is really going on out there that I think is very more important. This right here is not a reality. This right here is real life. So as you can see right here by the title, we're gonna go ahead and talk about this time we minding our own business. Yes, this time we are minding our own business. And I've been telling you guys, I told you, I think it was like maybe a few weeks ago where it's going to be a time where it's just going to be all about us, all about self. And it's not that we're being selfish, it's that we are going in a time where now we already know exactly what our ancestors already had went through, and we don't want our history to repeat itself, because we already know that nothing is new under the sun. So this time, we looking out for us. And I'm going to tell you how, these crafty counselors, how they went ahead and they put out lies and had us to bite off. And they're not just only the crafty counselors, our people within. Our people within, some of us, we know exactly what's going on, and we sellouts. We are sellouts. Yes, there's a bunch of sellouts, and that's why we are in the predicament that we are in right now, because we have a bunch of sellouts thinking that these people are for us, but these people are not for us, they are against us. It's all about almighty dollars. So let me go ahead and load the music down, guys. And I was trying to go ahead and upload some stuff, but for some reason I went ahead and kicked out. I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and try again, because I saw some stuff on Twitter. I want to go ahead and post where, like I said, this generation right here, this generation has had enough. Enough is enough. This generation is not going to play like our forefathers, like our mothers, our grandmothers, and our grandparents. This generation is a whole new generation that is ready to go out there 10 toes down and do whatever they need to do, because we already know when it comes to the kingdom of heaven suffer violence, and we got to take it by force. Okay. And as you can see right here, man, I'm rocking that afro. I went ahead, and this is an AI, but man, I'm going to go. It's time for us to start being happy of who we are, especially when it comes to who we are, the melanated goddess. I went ahead and I saw this afro. I sit there and say, man, I really like this. What if we start a trend? Because we are the type of people, we mimic everything that everybody else's have. We want the blue eyes, we want the blonde hair, we want to bleach our skin. But what if we start being happy of who we are and start rocking our natural hair, our afro? Because we already know when it comes to these crafty counselors, they got us with this self identity crisis where we hate who we are. But what if we start loving who we are? Oh my God. I think, oh my God, trust me, they would tremble in their knees. And not only them would tremble, we would tremble too, because we would hate who we are. But that's all right, because this is not for everybody. This right here is for the remnant. So let me go ahead and read the copyright disclaimer. And like I said, when it comes to this platform not for everybody. This platform is for truth tellers, is for people that are sick and tired of being sick and tired. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I'm not going to sit there and dummy myself down when I have a boatload of information. Each and every day, the Most High God is downloading me with boatloads of information, and I'm letting it lie dormant until I see it manifest someone else. But God said, "There's I done told you." But if you don't go out there and you tell it, then I'm gonna have the rocks to cry out. So it's time for us to, it's time for us to shake off of these grave clothes. Because as you can see right here, these people all out for themselves. They all out for themselves because they know that their days already numbered. Yes, their days already numbered. That's why I already said all we have to do is just sit back and watch. Sit back and watch and mind your own daggone business. So let me go ahead and read the copyright disclaimer. I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and get back into Twitter. Okay, so let me read the copyright disclaimer. See how I can make it a little bigger. I'm not gonna carry them up, guys, because I don't feel like it. So the copyright disclaimer is under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. So, guys, like I said, make sure if you come in and watch the replay, hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And like I said, I'm still in here. I'm cutting grass. I'm seeing who are for me and the ones that's not for me. It does not make no sense for having people on as mods if they're not supporting me because, like I said, they're insane. I'm not going to dummy myself down. I'm not going to stroke nobody because in here it's real talk. I don't think nobody else doing no better than me. And I will never, ever have people think that they are doing better than me. Trust me, even if I have to ride along, and that's real talk, okay? So let me go ahead. I'm gonna see if I can get back on Twitter. I might get kicked off. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's some stuff that I need to go ahead and clean out my computer. So let me see if I can get back to what I was on. And like I said, we're gonna start doing something different. Even like I said, I know exactly when you start switching up. It's kind of hard, but that's all right because I'm gonna stand on my truth, something that I'm passionate about. Because like I said, we done bug dance, we done tickled your ears, we done did all that. Now it's time for us to sit there and have real talk, okay? And that's unapologetic nine buys. So let me see if I can get back to what I was talking about. Okay. And also, guys, make sure you go ahead and visit me on Twitter, Real Talk with Lady D, and also on TikTok. Okay. I finally went viral. Yes, had to go viral on TikTok, but it's all good. Okay. So let me see if I can get back to my screen because for some reason I see that I hope, let me check, do a mic check. Let me do my check. Hey, stylist. Stylist Jill is talking. She say, "Hey, Lady D, good afternoon. I like this conversation. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. So if you want to come on, you guys are welcome to come on, and we can go ahead and talk about it. Okay. So let me see if I can drop the link. So if anyone want to come on, you guys are welcome. And like I said, honey, I'm cleaning house. I promise you. I'm switching up. I'm not going to sit here and just talk about love and marriage in Huntsville all day. You got to be crazy, okay? And like I said, honey, you shouldn't even want me to even do a review on it because everything that I said, it all came to pass anyway. I told you exactly what's going to happen. So, like I said, we're just going to go ahead and balance it out. So I went ahead and I dropped the link, Stylist Jail or anyone, guys, you want to come on, you guys are welcome to come on. But let me see if I can go ahead and pull this up right quick. Yes, I saw this. Let me see if you guys can hear. I want to play this one right here first. Okay, let's play this one right here. And like I said, all this right here is the copyright got. Ooh, Lord, let me see if I can load this down. So let me go ahead and stop this right here. Let me stop it right here. Let me see if I can get back to where I was. Like I say, what the devil meant for bad, God would turn it for our good. We thinking that, it's us. We are the bottom of the barrel. We are the ones that's always at the table of massa, or at the feet of massa where he can throw us a few crumbs here and there. That's what was told to us. Yes, that's what told to us. And we believe that. We believed all that and found out. Go and watch some of them little shorts, even though it's AI. Watch some of these shorts. Don't you know right here in the America, our people of I think it's like 24% of black people that is poor, only getting 14% of benefits. 14% of benefits. Whites, poor whites, almost 64% white people, white people are getting 44% of benefits. They are on the top, the first, on the top. But they always sit there and say, when it comes to us, we on welfare, we like government handouts. And we believed all that. We believed all that, not knowing that that was not true. That's why I said that we are now in what I call the age of information. The age of information. That's where we are right now, the age of information. And the only reason why you don't know what's going on and you biting off of the lies that they are telling you is because you distracted with things of this world. You're not doing your proper research. Like I say, when it comes to Google, Google has a huge search engine. And not only Google, we are in the age of information. Everything is right here at a push of a button in the comfort of our home. And we had these people thinking that we are the ones that sitting at master feet, breaking the doors down, trying to get all types of benefits. No, not us. We are one of the most educated people. We're not really on assistance, but that's what they told us. And it's a lot of stuff. Guys, I promise you, I'm about to blow your mind. There's a lot of stuff that we bit off of a freaking lie. But like I said, the rabbit hole goes very, very deep. But it's up to us how far we are willing to go and dig for that information. And the thing about it is that they got us going out there and boycotting and going to different corporate stores, Target and all these other stores and boycotting. What about Walmart? What about Amazon? We can't pick and choose. We can't pick and choose which stores that we're going to boycott. And then we got Reverend Aaron Sharpton, which I've been looking at him side-eyed from the beginning, giving black people calling for a boycott, getting them all together and giving them certificates, no more than $25 to go and shop in these stores, in Costco, whatever stores. But like I said, he knows the information. He's an advocate, a civil rights advocate. He knows the information, but he ain't gonna tell you. He knows that we are not the ones getting all these kickbacks. Go and watch all these AI videos I went ahead and made. Whites on top are the ones getting affirmative action. All these other races, and we are the bottom. If I'm not mistaken, number 6. We're not getting those benefits. But it's time for us to come together. It's time for us to come together in unity. I was just watching a video where a small black business, she said there and said, no, my products are on some of these corporate, some of these stores, but I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. Come to my website. You don't have to go into the stores. The same stuff that I got in the stores, come on my website. Because it's time for somebody to sit there and say enough is enough. Look at Tabitha. I can't think of what her last name. I should have went ahead and Googled, but Tabitha came out and telling you, crying pretty much. Telling you guys, don't go in and boycott. Don't go and do this. Because her products is on the shelf. On old Massa's shelf. Don't mess up her business. Because you messing up black business. Pretty much that's what she's saying. Because I got my products in Massa's house. So how are we going to sit there and break these generational curses? How are we going to break the power that be? How are we going to break these people? Don't you know if we stay home no more than one day, I promise you, they going to feel it. Stay home a week. It going to bring them to their knees. Because I already told you that we are the biggest consumers. We spend trillions of dollars giving it to them, pouring it into the system. Trillions of dollars. And now we know, and I already told you guys, I told you guys from day one, especially when it comes to Kamala Harris. When she called her sorority sisters less than 2 hours, they was able to raise $2 million. And but when a month passed by, she had $1 billion. $1 billion she poured into that campaign, a pipe dream. What if she would have sat there and say, look, I'm going to stand up for our people. Instead of putting this into the campaign, I'm going to pour it back into the Black communities. We don't have nothing. We don't have nothing. The only thing that we have is the stuff that's on our back that belongs to them. The designer clothes, the cars, living from paycheck to paycheck. Make it make sense. I see where Stylist Jill, she said, I'm doing a client. Okay, if I'm done in time. Okay, absolutely. Take your time. I understand. Trust me. Trust me. I've been a licensed cosmetologist for almost 40 years. She said, I'm doing a client. I'm done in time. I will like chat when I'm done. If not, we are listening. Absolutely. And Starbucks, Lady Sparkles. Thank you, Lady Sparkles. Thank you for sharing my videos. Guys, yes, make sure you go ahead and share the videos. I saw where Lady Sparkles, she went ahead and she has shared my video. So make sure you guys share these videos, because for some reason I don't know what's going on. I went ahead and I checked to see if I was shadow banned. I am not shadow banned. It's just that I got a bunch of haters. It is a way. Let me tell you guys how to check to see if you are shadow banned. What you do is you go ahead and you log off of your YouTube channel, and then you go and you search for your name. And if your name does not pop up in the search bar once you went ahead and logged completely out of your YouTube channel, then that means you're shadow banned. So my name popped up, so I'm not shadow banned. I'm not shadow banned. So guys, go ahead and cry, whatever you guys want to do. I just got a bunch of haters. I got a bunch of haters that hate the truth. That's sad, huh? A bunch of haters that hate the truth. That is sad, because our people don't want it's gonna be our people, the ones that's gonna be kicking against the prick. We trying to come out what I call the state of Lodabar, but it's gonna be our people that's gonna be the one that sat there all upset. My mom has sent me a clip. I wish I could play it, guys. Where we saw white supremacists, they was marching, bunch of them, thousands of them. And this guy was telling how the minute when we try to form anything that, going to protect our people, they dismantle it. Anytime when they see us come together, they tremble. But why you see the Klansmen, all this stuff still exists today and still getting government funds? Yes, the Klansmen considered as a nonprofit organization. And we already know the Klansmen in that name, the stuff that they have done to our people. But why? Why they never dismantle that? Why? And they're not. They're not going to dismantle it. They not. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, yes. Make sure you go and watch those AI. Like I said there and say, this is the age of information, man. It's out. It's nothing that we can do about it. I know it is a lower fruit of the tree, when it comes to AI, because sooner or later that's going to be ending as well, because these people have provoked the hands of God. But like I said, what the devil meant for bad, we can go ahead and turn it for our good, just like when it comes to the internet. The computers, when the computers first came out, I remember people say, oh, I'm not getting the computer. Now you can't keep them out. Can't keep none of them out. Old, young, nobody. Can't keep them out. Because this right here, this is where we at. We are now in the age of information. Everything is by technology now. I was watching on Tasha K page, on her Instagram page, where now the press secretary of Donald Trump, they going to start using bloggers. Yes, bloggers going to be able to set in the White House. Yes, yes, bloggers going to be able to set in, or they going to use bloggers content, some of bloggers content. Yes, go and check it out on Tasha K page. Yes. like I said, this right here is the age of information now. Most of people today, where are they? They would rather listen to bloggers than watching CNN and ABC and all these Fox News. They would rather watch bloggers, even when it comes to these shows. Some of my friends sit there and say they don't watch the shows. They rather go and listen to the review, the recap when the bloggers talk about it, especially when it comes to these reality shows. You know? So guys, make sure you go ahead and support this channel. Cash App, Real Talk 985. Thank you for your support. Thank you. Thank you. Because like I said, in here is real talk. Can't get no real than this. Everything that I had told you guys, all this right here is coming to pass. I told you, the ones that comes and follow my channel, you guys know I told you it's gonna be a time where we gonna have to start looking out for ourselves. And then they sit there saying, "Oh, after they get us, then they coming after you." No, they're not, because this is our land. This is our land. We was here from the beginning. That's another story by itself. We're gonna wake the hell up out of our people. It's time. Like I said, the rabbit hole goes very, very deep. It's just how far you are willing to dig for this information. We was already here from the four corners of this world. I broke a story about China. They was doing DNA on themselves in China, found out that they got African genes. I could have told you that. I could have told you that. I remember I told someone, I think it was a couple of years, he called himself a Native American. At one time, they used to call them Indians. Now they call them Native American. Before that, they was calling them half-breeds. And that's exactly what they were. I told them, I promise you, I will sit there, I will bet you that you got African DNA. I will bet you. And I promise you, I told him I will cash app you whatever you need to get that kit. To go ahead and do a DNA. I even did it myself at the same time he did it. I'm gonna play that video. I'm gonna play that video for you guys to see it. And I promise you he had African DNA, because we all got African DNA. Everybody. Because of who the black man is. And that's Psalms 82, I think 82, 92, 6, chapter 6, Psalms 82 and 6. Who the black man is. Ain't no time to be ashamed. That's what they hate you. They hate to tell you. They hate when you say who you are. And it's not just it's not just the power that be that hate when we say that we are gods of the Most High God, because I would never exalt myself over the Most High God. But it says that we are gods. We are gods and goddesses. The only ones that's going to hate it is our people. But like I said, when it comes to us, everything came out of us. You never ever seen two white people make a chocolate baby. But you saw two black people can make the chocolate to the whitest baby with blonde hair and blue eyes. Because everything came out of us. So it's time for us to stop being ashamed of who we are. They tell you to hate everything about you. When it comes to your eyes, the dark of your eyes is dominant, powerful. The melanin in your skin, they want it. They zapping it out, putting it in computer chips, putting it in themselves. Because like I said, the time is now. The time is ticking. Go and Google. Even our former president of the United States, Biden, he even sat there and say the white race is dying out. And this not being racist. He said that white race is dying out. Why you sitting there you seen white women running after black men. Now you seen China running after African men, because they need to keep that seed alive. Because that seed is dominant. It's powerful. Oh, you don't want to hear it? But God say, tell it to them anyhow, because they some stiff-necked people. What have I ever told you that did not come to pass? I'll wait. So it's time for me to start elevating myself of stuff that's really going on out there. We got Donald Trump. We just saw walking on a red carpet like Putin with a military, using military our tax dollars to get militaries so he could sit there and he could walk down the red carpet to sit there and give us a report, a press report. But then it would have been somebody else. But like I said, I'm not mad at you, Donald Trump. And the reason why I'm not mad with him, because we had our own right there, and he was even scared to move, scared to fart in the doggone White House. But they're not scared. They're not scared. Because like I said there and say, they're going to lift each other up. They're not going to tear each other down. We are the only ones that tear each other down. We are the only ones hate to see when one come up like crabs in a barrel. We are the ones. That's why I sit there and say it don't make no sense. But going out there and blaming Dottie Squatty and everybody. Start looking at the man in the mirror. That's the only way that we can be able to move forward, because who we are. We was already here. Not all of us came off of a boat. And even if we came off the boat, let me tell you a secret. Let me tell you a secret. Even if we came off the boat, guess what? We built the boat. And I'm not talking about a Noah's boat. I'm not talking about Noah's Ark boat. We built the boat, or Christopher Columbus boat. We built the boat. The black man was the first one that built the boat. Yes. Go and Google King Musa. How he was on the boat going out there and trying to help everybody, making sure everybody is taken care of, all his people is taken care of. A lot of stuff, like I said there and say, is whitewash lies. And we are drowning. That's why I said there and say, we are drowning off of wild, watered down lies. We bit off a lie. That's why the Bible says we should not be ashamed of rightfully dividing the word of truth. We just know how, we can't just read the surface. And we got a lot of Bible thumpers. I got a lot of them in my house right now. A lot of them. Bible thumpers. I had to get one of my family members together. You busting the church down and thinking that, oh, God gonna be pleased of that. No, that's not real ministry. Going out there and every time the church doors open, you busting it down. That's not real ministry. Every time if you wants to sit there and say Jesus, which we're gonna talk about that as well. Because no J's will ever exist until the 15th century. Okay? But I'm going to stick a pin in that. But no way that Jesus went into the temple and sat there and started praising and with whoever in there. He went and he tore it down. Because I'm talking about a church without walls. I'm talking about going out there and visit the sick, the homeless, people that was in prison. Jesus said, when I was hungry. They asked Jesus, when you were sick. When was you in prison, Jesus? He said, whenever you have done the least of my children, you have done it to me. So you said now you worrying about busting down the church doors when you got people right there in your own home, people right there in your own family that need your help. When somebody knock on your door and tell you, oh, I'm hungry, you're not going to give them a stone. You're going to feed them. He went out there and he fed them. Like I said, the rabbit hole goes very, very deep. And you see, our people not used to this because we are in doctrine. We are in doctrine. Because the minute when we came out the womb, we was raised to said there be programmed. That's why you can go into some of your homes today and you see that white, blue-eyed, blonde-haired hippie on our walls. And still to today, you still see it. That's white supremacists because they wanted us to bow down to that. But like I said, God's people are raising up. No longer we gonna stay asleep. And they was about to rock us to sleep again. Yes, they was about to rock us to sleep again, thinking that when it comes to all those rollbacks, got us losing our mind. Oh, we about to lose our affirmative action. We about to lose this. We about to lose that. Found out they will be hurting more than what we, because one thing about us is in our DNA. We know how to survive. We are survivors. I am a survivor. I wish I could carry them up, guys. But we are survivors because it's inside of us. We got our ancestors' traits inside of us. We know how to survive. We don't necessarily need the steak on the plate. We know how to go outside, and even if we got to pull grass, oh, come down here in the South. Come down in the South. Oh, honey, like I said, we knows how to survive. Collard greens, mustard greens, cabbage greens. Amen. Amen. We knows how to survive. I got a playback, guys. Let me load that down. I say knows how to survive. Yes, indeed. In here is real talk. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is in my lane, guys. This is in my lane. This is in my lane. She doesn't want her pockets to be affected. I don't know who she's talking about. She doesn't want her pockets to be affected. Also, that was a waste of money. Oh yeah, Kamala was awful. Oh my God. But they had us to sit there and run after this light, knowing this woman was not ready. If this, what they should have done from the beginning, they should have got them out, not wait until the end and forced up us upon her. We didn't know who she was. Maybe, if, he would have had stepped down at least 2 years ago, but at the end, and then the way that our people were sitting there trying to harass and threaten us. You talk about Kamala, shoot, they try to sit there and put their foot on your neck. Look, we had Ricky Smiley calling about chicken, eating chicken, and all this other stuff. That was our people doing that, putting all these comments, these tweeting people with these fake profiles. That's what's up. Most of them was our people. They found out most of it was our people doing that. Just like now, most of them is our people. Yes, most of them are our people doing that because we still stuck in this state of Lodabar. And we think that everybody's supposed to go down with them. Devil, you is a lie. Not this generation. Not this generation. Starbucks say yes, they have a website where you can apply for your background has to be clean. Oh, okay. Also, she says Trump administration offer buyouts to 2 million federal workers. Wow. Wow. So he ready to pay them to go and resign. But he said what he was going to do. He said what he's going to do. Everything that he told you the minute when he was going to get into that seat, he told you exactly what he was going to do. And he's fulfilling every promises that he said he was going to do. And I told you guys from day one that it's time for us to be good stewards. I told you it was time for you to be good stewards. Stop going out there trying to live like the Joneses and inside living like the Walters. Stop robbing Peter to pay Paul. Didn't I tell you guys that? Like I said, I would rather for God to send his messengers than him himself, the wrath of God. Because I promise you, when the wrath of God, your knees is not going to be good enough. He'll have you flat on your face. He will send his messengers. But you don't take heed because you're so busy sitting on the soapbox, dipping and dabbing in the things of this world. I told you all this stuff was going to happen. This is what I call Judgment Day. And judgment is going to begin in the house, which means it's going to begin with us first. How long are you going to continue going around in circles in the wilderness? When are you going to come out? Everybody wants to talk, but nobody wants a solution. The solution is right here. It's simple. Leave these people stuff alone. That's simple. Can't get no simpler than this. Start setting that point into your own community. Because when we come together, we are a force to be reckoned with. And I know you can't stand it. I know you can't stand this type of talking. But the Most High God say they are some stiff-necked people. But tell it to them anyhow, lest the blood would be on your hands. And I already know whether I come out and say what thus says the Lord or not. His word is still going to come forth. Because even when he told me when it comes to Robert Kennedy, yes, Robert Kennedy, when he's trying to pull up all the files of what's his name? What's his name? Not of his uncle. I think it's his cousin or uncle, Robert J. Kennedy, President Kennedy, and Martin Luther King. I said, I even got the thumbnail, guys. I promise you, I got the thumbnail where I was coming out and saying that when President Trump was talking about pulling up these files when it comes to Martin Luther King and Robert Kennedy, I said because he's doing it a favor because of this guy. Sure enough, his family came out. And I'm going to say a legend because I didn't watch it. But I know they coming out sitting there saying this man is alive. What's his name? The one in the house with Trump. You guys know what I'm talking about. But God had put that in my spirit. But just like he had put in my spirit when it came to all this right here. Stop, don't bite off this lie. Got these people thinking that, oh, it's going to affect us. Ain't like I said, we are here. We don't die, we multiply. The only way that it's going to affect you if you let it get into your mind. If you don't let it get into your mind that we don't need what they're giving to us, then it's not going to affect us. But what if we come together? What if we come together? And what if we start pouring into our own community? We don't have nothing, guys, to show for. Only 1%. So it didn't affect us because they weren't taking our contracts anyway. Not if in this entire United States, we only have maybe 10% of businesses, of Black businesses, entrepreneurs. But the sad thing about it, guess what? We built everything. We built everything. We built the White House. We built the cell phone. We built so much stuff. The stuff that we have built, I promise you, if they would have left us alone, they would have been looking at us as gods. The gods that we are. The gods that we are afraid to say who we are. Because we built just about everything.
For hundreds of years, we've been the most hated. But within that hatred comes the hypocrisy of loving our culture. You've made trillions off of our motherfucking culture. You know that. You've made money off our culture. Let's be real.
100%.
You made money off our culture. White musicians, all of them have made money off of Black culture. All of rock, all of jazz, motherfuckers, all the shit we created from the oppression and the abuse and the rape and the putting down of us. We create blues, jazz, rock and roll, reggae, ska. We invent all of that shit. And to top it off, we invent all the shit that you all use. From the video game cartridge, Henry Lawson, huh? We got the pacemaker, Otis Boynton. We have the late Dr. Bath, who created the laser eye surgery. We have Dr. Gladys, who's still alive, who's almost 80 years old, who created GPS.
What else could I say? We created everything. The way that all the stuff that we have created and invented, they would have been looking at us as the gods that we are. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull that up. But the thing about it is that the crafty counselors, they figured a way how to take it from us. The power that be. Everything that we created, they take from us. Pretty much we gives it to them. Or they would threaten you, or they would delete you like a Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, even Sean Combs, our silly sheep. They know we gonna go and mess up. They have that in their pocket in case. None of our people can die with their legacy intact. None of our people can die with their legacy intact. They'll try to smear it. Why you think now they trying to use our own people? We're gonna see more of our people making videos on top of videos. Once they release the files of Martin Luther King, you probably be not even hear maybe just a little bit of Robert Kennedy. But you're gonna hear a lot about Martin Luther King. That's sad when you got to dig up. You got to dig up the dead because you need to assassinate the dead's character. That's just to show you we some powerful people. We some powerful people when they got to dig up the dead because they know we still asleep. That's why. They know we still asleep. That's why. That's sad, huh? And they know what keeps us asleep. Material stuff keeps us asleep. That's what keeps us asleep. But I want you to, this is right here. This is for the Bible thumpers. You sit there and you tell me that everything, if it says in the Bible, you're going to believe. Then if you're going to believe everything, then you might as well believe this too. Let's go ahead and pull this up right here. Let's pull this up. Hold on, let me pull it up. And I didn't write it, but we're going to read it. And we're going to break it down where even a child can understand. So let me see if I can pull it up. I hope you guys can see it. Let me read it slow. Because, see, this is what affects us all. When you talk about this, it brings them to their knees because they know that the black man, the true Messiah, is going to rise out of the scattered sheep, out of us. They know. That's why they don't want to see us together. They don't want to see us together because they know when we come together, we are a force to be reckoned with. But right here in Psalms 82 and 6, what does it says? He said, I said, you are gods. Now, I'm not talking about the big OG. You are gods, and all of you are sons of the Most High. So he called you gods. So we need to start walking in the light that we are. Call ourselves gods and goddesses. We want to call ourselves by the name that they tell us. But let it tell them, let it tell, the way that they think of us. We thugs, we mammies, and we maids. But not realizing that everything that they got came through you. You are the lifeline to everything that exists. Without you, nothing will survive. I said, you are gods, and all of you are sons of the Most High God. Nevertheless, you will die like men and fall like any of the princes. What is saying, you're going to die like mortal man. And the reason why we're going to die, and when I say die, I'm not talking about just a physical death. I'm also talking about a spiritual death where we're going to die just like any other. Because we have fallen so far. And all this right here is only going to be for the remnant. Only the remnant. Only the remnant. In the book of Revelation, it tells you it's going to be like 144,000 just going to be left. That's a small remnant. It's like a little piece of thread. A little piece of thread, just a handful which we already know is more than 144,000 because they ran with it. They ran with it and put themselves in. And we helped them in just like we helping them right now because we would have bit off a lie that, all the handouts is only black communities are getting handouts, not knowing that, they sitting there trying to hurt us and they're going to end up hurting themselves because it's more of them that's getting assistance than it's us. But by we don't do our proper research, we believes it. We will believe it. Absolutely. I would love to see Epstein files, but they ain't gonna show that. They ain't gonna show that because it's only to sit there and assassinate the black gods and goddesses. They don't want you to talk like this. That's sad, huh? That's sad. They try to control us what to come out of our mouth, just like they did the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Man never sat there and pick up a stick. He even talked, never threw a stone at no one, never raised his hands at no one. It was just his mouth. Wow. Just his mouth. They say that the tongue is sharp. They say that the tongue can set an entire forest on fire, just the tongue alone. Because they know in that mouth is power, where even demons will tremble. Oh, I love talking like this, guys. I love talking like this because we've been in what I call this sunken place long enough. And it's time to wake the hell up out our people. That's why they put all these reality shows, football, anything that's going to distract us while they behind closed doors plotting. But God has said, want me to tell you something? Enough is enough. I heard my people cry. And all we have to do is just sit back and watch. Man, I love this generation right here. I love this generation. Because like I said, what the devil meant for bad, God turned it for good. We researching. We researching. And we calling it out. We fact checking. We fact checking. Because we bit off a lie, a whitewash lie. That's why when I see all these Bible thumpers coming out there and breaking down scriptures and trying to sound like they so educated, it makes my stomach bars. Half of the names that they go in and research can't even pronounce it. Because if it was of God, it's going to flow off of your tongue. Half of the stuff that you are reading, like I said, you have to know exactly how to rightfully divide it because they put themselves in. And God, why would he put himself in a volume of a book? Why? And why did he say that the word of God is written in the man's heart? All we have to do is open up our mouth. It's in us. We telling our story. It's not in a book. When we open up the book, we are rightfully dividing it for correction and reproof. In that same Bible, it said there and tell you that we should not change no words in the Bible. But yet they came and they changed it. Why did King James needed to change it? But that's a story for another day. Why a 2,000-year-old Jesus only was discovered in the 1600s? Go and Google it. Fact check me. The name Jesus did not come out when the angels came to Mary and told Mary to name him Jesus. So you're trying to tell me the angels came and told Mary that his name will be Jesus in the 1600s? But yet we got a Bible that tells us all this happened somewhere in the Middle East, which the Middle East, let me tell you the secret about the Middle East. I wasn't going there, guys. But like I said, I let God have his way. The Middle East, believe it or not, was coined, founded in the 1900s. Yes, the Middle East. I'm talking about the 2,000-year Middle East. They came up with that name in the early 1900s. The Britons did that. They did a lot. The Britons did a lot. Their army, their empire did a lot. And the thing about it is not old. We think it all this like happened to over 2,000 years or hundreds of years, no more than 100 years. And the only reason why they were able to sit there and be so perfected and so powerful because they was using free labor. They ruled us like the slaves that we are, took everything that we had, but it was already here. If only we can sit there and start digging under them grounds, we would see an entire whole new world. How they erased everything that looked black. And the only reason why we don't know none of this is because we don't go outside of the United States. Just like when Malcolm X, hallelujah, this is God, guys. When Malcolm X went out of the United States and went to Mecca, and, and he told his people what he have seen, the things that, was not even told to him when he was in the United States. They had to take him out for that because they didn't wanted him to wake up his people. Just like when it came to Martin Luther King, when Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. They don't want us to dream either. They had to kill his dream. And I understand a lot of people upset because, with the segregation and all the stuff that, happened when it came to Martin Luther King. And I'm seeing some of the bloggers, one that I like, even though she cursed so much. But don't do that, my sister. Don't do that. Let it go. Let it go because I promise you, it got more blood on their hands than it got when it came to Martin Luther King. Let it go. Let them sit there and destroy themselves. All you have to do is just stay on the fence. Stay on the wall and watch. Stay on the wall and watch. Because their kingdom is coming down. I promise you that. Wow. I didn't even think I was going to go ahead and last an hour. Did all this right here in an hour. Because like I said, when it's of God, honey, it's no time. Even if you feel like you all by yourself, but we have to realize that the road is very narrow. The road is very narrow. But like I said, the kingdom of heaven suffer violence. And we're gonna have to take it by force. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out, but I'm gonna go down to maybe two mods. I'm gonna go ahead and keep only two mods because like I said, I'm changing up in here and I just prayed that, my channel be successful, but it's time for me to go ahead and switch. Yes, I might talk about the show Love and Marriage in Huntsville, but like I said, don't expect me to sit there and paint it in a beautiful picture. That would never happen because that's part of the problem as well because it was bit off a lie, off of blood, sweat. So if the reality shows was built off of blood and a lie, do you think anything gonna come in or come good out of that? No, not at all. Not at all. So guys, on that note, I done went ahead and I did my hour. So make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. So make sure you be blessed and you all have a good day, okay? And know that only what you do for God is going to last. And do not believe those whitewash lies, guys. Don't believe it. Start doing your research because I promise you, we're going to start breaking down scriptures in the Bible. We're going to start breaking it down where even a child can understand because some of the stuff that they had put in there tr- they had put in there. I promise you, was a whitewash lie. That's why they gave us the slave Bible anyway. It was called the slave Bible. They took out anything that's dealing with exing, exing, anything that's giving us a way of escape. They took all that out, like the book of Exodus. They took that out because they don't want us to, to think that, oh, is a way of escape. So if they took all that out and they had the pencil and had control of all this, what makes you think that it's all, that some of this stuff, like I said, we bit off a lie? Because if the truth be told, they got most of all the writings off the Egyptian wall. And that was in Africa, off the walls of Africa, Kemet, most of all the stuff. And they went back and they plagiarized it. Go and do your research. And if I'm lying, come back and tell me I'm lying. But I know that I'm not lying because one thing about God, He would never lie because He's not a man that He should lie, nor the Son of Man where He should repent. And that's real talk. Okay. So on that note, guys, you be blessed. Yeah, Tabitha Brown. I was trying to think of her name, Tabitha Brown. Yeah, she came out. They got on her. Yes, Tabitha Brown. They got on her because she was telling, people don't go ahead and boycott because she got her products and, into those stores, but you got your product in Massa's house. That's where you got those products. So enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Another live. So thank you guys. You all be blessed.
Do it all